It's a long story, but the short one is that myself and 3 other mates are from the area and we played football together. A lot of friends and that was struggling, maybe divorce or work issues, whatever it might be. And then one of our members, which is Kevin, decided to ring us and that, and I'd recently lost my own son from suicide, so he rang me to see if I was doing all right. So then we just started talking and said, well, what are we going to do? And the boys just, one way or another, just come up with, well, let's just go for a walk. And just built from that. My name's Alan Harding from the Penrith Men's Walk and Talk. I'm a local from the Emu Plains. Parents brought me out here in the 70s from Balmain. Since then I've married and had 5 boys, and yeah, they're all locals and bought locally and everything, so yeah, we're pretty Penrith through and through actually. I lost my youngest son just over 4 years ago to self-harm. So I was going through, and my family and a lot of the community were going through a pretty hard time. And then one of a good mate I used to play rugby league with at Emu Plains, Kevin Kenning, he called Paul Wallace, another good mate, and said, well, you know, a lot of our mates are struggling. We don't see each other anymore, and what can we do? I don't want to meet up at the pub or, you know, in a hotel or alcohol environment. We just want to go for a walk and that. So they said, well, we need to get Al Harding involved as well. You know, he's struggling. So they rung me and said, what do you think? I think it's brilliant. I think it sounds too easy to be true.
So my name's Billy. I've been coming to the walk now for 2 years since it started. I have a mental health background. I work for a local service called Like Mind, and I was asked to come along right at the beginning to support the guys on the walk. Oh, look, I see a great need for things like this to happen within the community, particularly around men's mental health. I see it every day in my work, that men, I feel, aren't being maybe looked after, supported within the community as maybe they should be. So this is a great way for men to come, talk about their issues, their problems, their stresses, and maybe avoid even having to go to a mental health service.
Oh, yeah, it's terrible. Look, we're breaking it down slowly. Look, even from 2 years ago, our walk's been going now. So it's improved from 2 years ago, I can tell, because that's why we didn't have markings or our shirts or a logo for about 14 to 18 months, because we're worried that people wouldn't want to wear them because they don't want to be pointed at, oh, they're from that mental health walk, or when we're actually a men's health walk. It's not, it's just majority, because most people are struggling in some way, especially with the older heads like myself, and you're brought up where you don't show your feelings, you know, the old story of men don't cry and all that. So we're slowly breaking that wall down with the older guys, and we don't want the young generation coming through thinking the same way. So that's why we've got to get it in the schools. You know, we've got to be talking more in the schools, not all about mental health, but just to realise that we're not going to be on cloud 9 every day. You know, we're not trying to change it for them. We're not going to resolve everything for them, and don't let them think you're going to resolve it. But you're there to listen. But yeah, we've got a long way to go. We've got a long way to go, but we've just got to keep breaking down the wall, and we'll get there with everyone's help, you know.
The momentum is growing, so it's starting to filter out into the community with initiatives like we have here at the Penrith Men's Walk and Talk.
Just all the guys out there, just grab a neighbour, your brother, your father, your son, cousin, just grab anyone you can and just come down for a walk. You know, have a chat and enjoy it. Because like I said, the social side of it is what is growing bigger than even the walk we're seeing. They're enjoying it. If you're not capable of walking, you can still come down at 5 o'clock for the pre-coffee and the conversation, and then go home when the walk starts. So everyone's welcome.